Okay, let's dive right in. We've got some breaking news, really, happening just as the Atlantic hurricane season starts to ramp up. We're talking about the very first hurricane of the 2025 season, Hurricane Erin.
Yeah, and this deep dive, it's really all about getting you up to speed on what Erin means, like right now,
Right.
where it's heading, and maybe, what its quick intensification tells us about the rest of this season.
Okay.
We've pulled the latest info, CBS News reports, among others, just to give you a really quick, solid understanding.
So the snapshot is formed early Friday, that's August 15th, out over the Atlantic.
Yep.
And it hasn't messed around. Already a Category 2 hurricane.
Right.
And what's really catching my eye is that it's forecast to keep strengthening.
Yes.
Could become a major hurricane pretty fast.
It could, yeah. And the immediate path, that's obviously critical for the Caribbean islands. The forecasts we're seeing from the National Hurricane Center in Miami, they have it moving just north of the northern leewards, the Virgin Islands, and Puerto Rico this weekend.
So warnings are already up for those islands then. Makes sense.
Absolutely. Immediate warnings.
And we're talking what kind of impacts? Rain?
Yeah, heavy rainfall is a big one. Could be up to maybe 6 inches in some spots.
6 inches. Okay. That spells trouble.
It really does. Flash flooding, mudslides, those are real risks. And plus, you've got life-threatening surf and rip currents along the coasts.
It sounds like they're taking it seriously on the ground.
They definitely are. I mean, look at the U.S. Virgin Islands National Park Service. They've already closed sites on St. Croix starting late Friday, until after the storm's gone.
Right. Proactive steps,
Yeah.
even if it's just skirting the area.
Exactly. Shows you the level of caution needed.
And the big question for many of us, the United States mainland. Any threat there?
Okay, so the good news, for now at least, is that Erin is not currently forecast to hit the U.S.
Okay.
But, and this is important, meteorologists are absolutely keeping a very close watch. You know how these things can change.
Always the case, isn't it? Will it turn or won't it?
It really is. And what's fascinating, or maybe concerning with Erin, is this steady to rapid strengthening the Hurricane Center talks about.
Right?
The forecast is for it to become a major hurricane that's Cat 3 or higher this weekend.
This weekend? Wow.
Yeah, and maybe even Category 4 strength early next week. That kind of rapid jump, it really tests preparedness.
A Category 4?
Yeah.
That's a monster storm.
Yeah.
So how come the models are showing it turning away from the U.S. East Coast? I've seen those spaghetti maps.
Ah, the spaghetti maps. Yeah, they're a great tool, aren't they? Each one of those lines is a different computer model trying to predict the path. Shows you the sort of range of possibilities.
Right.
And for Erin, almost all of them show this pretty clear turn to the north.
Okay.
Which means it kind of bypasses the main Caribbean islands and stays well offshore the U.S. East Coast. That's the consensus right now.
So what's making it turn? Is there some big weather system pushing it?
There is, yeah. It's actually a couple things working together, which is good news for the East Coast. CBS News Bay Area meteorologist Jessica Birch pointed this out. You've got this strong high-pressure system in the Atlantic acting like a wall, steering Erin away.
Okay.
And then there's also a cold front expected to move in, which should give it another nudge offshore, keep it out at sea.
That's fortunate for the mainland, definitely. But those islands are still in the path, relatively speaking. Tropical storm watches are up.
They are. Tropical storm watches mean winds between 39 and 73 miles per hour are possible.
Still enough to cause problems.
Oh, absolutely. Significant disruption, power outages, some damage. Definitely not something to dismiss.
So let's zoom out a bit, put Erin in context. It's the first hurricane, but not the first storm, right?
Exactly right. It's actually the 5th named storm this season. The Atlantic season started back in June, runs through November.
So, number 5. What were the others like? Did they give us any clues?
Well, Erin's definitely part of an active pattern. We had Tropical Storm Chantal hit the U.S. back in July.
Right, I remember that. North Carolina flooding.
That's the one. Sadly, deadly flooding there. And before that, in June, Barry came ashore in Mexico as a tropical depression.
So the activity seems to be lining up with forecasts.
It really does. And Erin getting stronger now, it fits the timing perfectly.
How so?
Well, the Atlantic hurricane season usually hits its peak in September. The Hurricane Center says most activity happens between mid-August and mid-October.
Okay.
So Erin intensifying now is right on schedule, you could say. It's different from the Eastern Pacific season. That one starts May 15th, peaks usually late August.
And this all connects back to the NOAA forecast, right? The National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration. They predicted an above normal season.
Precisely. Their preseason forecast called for an above-normal Atlantic season. They predicted, let's see, between 13 and 18 named storms.
Named storms being 39-mile-per-hour winds or more.
Correct. And out of those, they expected 5 to 9 could become hurricanes. That's winds hitting 74 miles per hour.
And hurricanes get the Category 1 to 5 rating. Major ones are Cat 3 and up.
Exactly. And NOAA specifically predicted we might see 2 to 5 major hurricanes this season.
Major meaning 111 miles per hour winds minimum.
That's it. Category 3 or higher, really significant potential for damage.
So Erin possibly hitting Cat 3 or even 4 fits right into that major hurricane prediction.
It fits perfectly. It reinforces that above normal forecast wasn't just about the number of storms, but potentially the intensity too.
Okay, so wrapping this up, what's the key takeaway on Hurricane Erin and the 2025 season so far?
Well, we've seen the first Hurricane Erin pop up and strengthen fast,
Yeah.
likely becoming a major storm, but thankfully forecast to miss the U.S. mainland as it curves north past the Caribbean.
And it really highlights that NOAA forecast for an active, maybe intense season is panning out.
Exactly. This deep dive hopefully helps you quickly understand what's happening and why it matters, beyond just the headlines.
We've looked at the path, the power, and how it fits the bigger seasonal picture.
Right, giving you the context for what might still be a very busy hurricane season ahead.
So thinking about how quickly Erin intensified and how much relies on those steering currents, it does make you wonder, doesn't it? With all our advanced forecasting, what does a season like this really tell us about, our relationship with these powerful storms? And how does it maybe change how prepared we feel, even if storm isn't pointed right at us?